Alright, Shalom. I'm the brother Tasiyat coming back with another video. But before I start off, I would like to give all praises and highest honor to the Most High Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahweh Shai, Ba'asham Makakodash. I want to give double honor to my elder apostles and teachers of Great Millstone, and peace and salutation to the sincere Akiam across this world who are spreading this knowledge in truth and sincerity. And shalom to the few sincere brothers and sisters out there who are also listening, and may the election be upon your households. Khan shalom. So today I want to make a video, concerning that. Basically, we are right now in a position wherein we have to pay taxes the whole day. We have to pay for certain things. We have to serve our enemies. We have to work twice as hard as these other people to basically achieve anything in this life. So we are basically in a position of being the lowest, man, upon this planet Earth. We basically have lost our high position. But it's just for a moment of time, man. Because soon the roles will be reversed. Soon we will be the ones on top. But for now, we are subject to payments. We are being persecuted. Let me say it like this, man. We are being killed left and right. Look at America, man. Are people being killed for the smallest reasons by cops? So let me read this, man. Baruch chapter 3, verse 8. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us. The Most High has scattered us throughout different nations. Scatter. When you, for example, drop, how do you say that? Glass. When you, for example, drop something from glass on the ground, right? And then it basically shatters all around the whole floor. That is how we have been scattered basically throughout all these nations. It says for a reproach and a curse. And to be subject to payments. We are subject to payments, man. We gotta pay the whole month, the whole week. You're busy with paying things. All of a sudden you get a fine. All of a sudden you get a ticket. Yeah, he was speeding too hard. Wow. You pay that ticket. Next thing you know, due to something we have to increase the rent. Now you pay more rent for a house that gets older and dustier. Anyway, now when it's time to get paid, sorry, we have a delay with your money. Now you have to wait 2 months instead of 1 month. All of a sudden you get a letter from the government. We gave you too much money. We gave you too much tax. We gave you too much money, so therefore we need this amount of money back. Now all of a sudden you gotta pay 500 euros back or something. So this whole society, basically, you busy with paying the whole day, man. You're working the same day, you're done with working. You don't get your money. You get your money after a month, and when you get your money, it's basically half of it is already gone due to certain payments. So it says here, according to all the iniquities of our fathers, which departed from the Lord our power. And like I said about the work, man, it's like you're working, and the moment you get paid, it's like it's all going out of your pocket at the same time, man. Like it says here, Haggai chapter 1, verse 6. Ye have sown much and bring in little, man. Ye eat, but ye have not enough. It's never enough for us here, man. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe you, but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages to put it into a bag with holes. Basically, he that earns money, earns it to put the money into a bag of holes. What happens if you put a money in a bag of holes, man? It falls out the moment you put it in, right? So basically, the moment we get paid by our job, you basically got to spend it again. You almost immediately got to spend it to some things. And the scripture says, render unto Caesar what is Caesar, man. So if you got to pay your rent, if you got to pay some bills, just pay them, don't be basically not paying them and not doing anything about it, because it will just get worse and worse and worse, and then the ticket will get more expensive, and now they have reasons to maybe even kick you out of the house. Okay, so you got to be wise with it also, man. But it doesn't mean that when you need to pay something, let's say you have to pay 250 euros a fine, and there's an option for you to pay it in terms, like 12 terms or 15 terms, you better choose that. It's best to choose that, okay, instead of paying the amount immediately, okay? We don't say that when you have something to pay that, basically you keep your eyes closed and immediately click on send the money, and the money is basically now on the bank account of the government, because you think you have to pay everything right away. No, man, with the system you also got to be wise with it. You also can find some loopholes, you can find some ways which are still legal to basically make it a bit easier for yourself, man. Okay, we Jake, man, so we can supplant our way into certain things, you see. Like, for example, me, I had a lot of fines I had to pay, but I had the option to pay it in terms, then it was a bit less of money that I had to pay, instead of a whole big amount of money, So then you pay, for example, per month, you pay, for example, 50 euros or 60 or 70 euros for a year, instead of you paying 900 euros in one time, for example, Plus, the way I look at it, we are getting closer to the end, day by day, week by week, month by month, okay? So if you can basically have some money spread across different months, okay, when it comes to paying certain things, it's better, man, okay? Maybe, let's say you have 24 terms to pay for something, right? 2 years, and the society breaks down after 1 year. Then basically you still have had more money left to make use of in the situation before these chaotic times kick in, instead of spending 2K in one time, and now you have to struggle a bit to pay certain things, okay? So that's also the way I look at it sometimes, man. I'll be like, hey, man, this society might not even be there for long anyway, so I might as well, spread it out over a few terms, okay? But don't be also too going too much in these things, because you might be like, you know what, let me just make a loan, let me just loan this amount of money, and then it will be good. Okay, because you don't know, man. Maybe all of a sudden you have to pay something for years, big amount of money per month, But yeah, he said this. Nah, man, you gotta be wise with it still, Like certain things you can do these things, man. With other things, it's better to actually pay it immediately, so that you also don't have to worry about it anymore, man. Like if you have the money, if you can miss the money, you can also just be like, hey, you know what, let me just pay it to be over with it. Like if it's a fine of 40 euros or 80 euros or something, okay? Because sometimes if you want to pay it in multiple terms, sometimes if you don't have it on automatic drawing, so that the government can automatically withdraw the money from your bank account, but you yourself have to basically transfer it to their bank account. Sometimes you forget these things, man. And then if you forget it 1, 2, 3 times, the fine becomes more and more for nothing. Okay? So if it's like maybe a smaller amount and you have the money, you can also just choose to pay it. That's what I sometimes do also. But it's better to have that agreement in terms, man. Okay? Because it saves you a lot of money, and basically you have some space left for other things, like when you work as self-employed, you get your money, okay, you get more money than somebody that is not self-employed, okay? But what you can do with your money, you can decide how much you give for how much you put away for taxes, okay, how much you put away for vacation, how much you put away for your primary things, etc., etc. Like you can decide how you spend your money in what amount. Okay, instead of when you get your loan, they already took off some taxes. Okay, they already took this off, took that off. Okay, they already have your insurance money taken off the amount of money you earn per month. So when you are self-employed, you have more control over these things. Okay, and like a lot of our brothers are also self-employed, man. Okay, but of course you have to see what is best for your situation. If it's best for you to just have a paycheck monthly, then so be it. If it's best for you to be self-employed, then so be it, man. Anyway, let me read this, man. Matthew chapter 22, verse 15. Then when the Pharisees and took counsel how they might entangle him in his talk, they wanted to entangle Yahushua in his words, man. These wicked people. And they sent out unto him their disciples with the Herodians, saying, Master, we know that thou art true, and teachest the way of Yahweh in truth. Neither carest thou for any man, for thou regardest not the person of man. Tell us therefore, what thinkest thou? Is it lawful to give tribute unto Caesar or not? Okay, to basically give Caesar his money. But Yahushua perceived their wickedness. So Yahushua was like, I know what y'all doing, man. Y'all trying to be wicked. And said, Why tempt ye me, ye hypocrites? Shew me the tribute money. And they brought unto him a penny. Penny is like a certain coin, if I'm correct. And he said unto them, Whose is this image and superscription? They say unto him, Caesar's. Then said he unto them, basically, he was asking them, like, whose face do you see on this coin? Okay, and they answered Caesar. Okay, that the one ruling the time, in the Roman time. It says, Render therefore unto Caesar the things which are Caesar's. Okay, so it's his money, give his money back, basically, Like, you can work and earn your money, whatever amount you make, but it's still at the end of the day a white man's face on it. So basically, if they want their money, give them their money, man. Okay, like you have certain loopholes, but give them their money, basically. But like I explained earlier, man, you can be wise with it, like pay in terms or what else, but you're not gonna be a person that is never gonna pay anything in this society, man. Okay, this society is just a wicked society. It is what it is. We are not here to be prosperous, so it's never gonna be completely honest in this society, like what it's supposed to be. So for the time being, we just do what we have to do, man. We just pay these things and be like, whatever, man. Of course, you after considering what you have to pay, how much, okay, when you have to be paying it, why you have to be paying it. Okay, don't just randomly pay it. Okay. Speaking for myself also, sometimes you be like, hey, another fine, let me just pay this, man, shit. But then you be like, nah, read first what they're asking of you before you do anything. It says, and unto Yahweh the things that are Yahweh's. Okay, give Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, his things also, man. Okay, when they had heard these words, they marveled and left him and went their way. Basically, Yahushua shut their mouths. Okay, so with that, I hope the message was clear. Salakia if I went, Salakia means sorry. Okay, if I went a bit too long in explanation, but I think y'all get the point. Be wise with it. And don't be too greedy with the money. Also, remember that, amen, the money comes, the money goes. So with that, I hope it was edifying. And I want to give all praises and the highest honor to the Most High Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai, Ba'asham Kakodash. I want to give double honor to my elder apostles and teachers of Great Millstone, and peace and salutation to the sincere Akia across this world, who are spreading his knowledge and truth and sincerity. And shalom to the few sincere brothers and sisters out there who are also listening. And may the election be upon your households. God shalom.